Find a nice, comfortable seat, somewhere where you can relax and your body can let go and release. You can sit up or lie down. Whatever feels more comfortable in your body. If the body can relax, the mind can relax. And draw your awareness to your breath, noticing the quality of the breath. The rhythm of the breath will change from day to day, moment to moment. It can be affected by how much sleep you've had, what you've eaten, and the daily stress in your life. Notice if the inhale or the exhale dominates the cycle. Which one is easier to access? Smoother? Richer? Now begin to even out the inhale and exhale and bring the breath into balance. Use a count of 4 or 5 or maybe even 6. Does it need to be your longest or deepest breath? Just so the length of the inhale matches the length of the exhale. Keep this count for a few rounds. Release the count of the breath and let it return to its normal rhythm. Go behind the eyes now and draw your awareness to the bridge of your nose, that space in between your eyebrows, your third eye, and hold the gaze there for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In that brief moment, you've been transported to a lush green landscape. The colors are so vibrant. Take in your surroundings, the trees, the flowers, the plants, the colors. Is there wildlife or birds? And if you don't see it, sense it. Feel it. Know that it's there. Activate all of your other faculties and trust. Your eye catches something hanging from one of the low branches of the trees. You almost missed it, but the sun reflected off of it, and it caught your gaze. You approach and find that it's a gossamer cloak. The fabric appears to be fine and delicate. But as your fingers touch the cloak, you realize that the fabric is surprisingly thick. So you swing it over your back and let it hang on your shoulders. And as you do, you notice whether or not it changes color or shape or stays the same. You feel the cloak on your skin, and you feel safe and protected. A narrow path appears before you, and you follow it. As you do, the ground under your feet becomes soft and wet. Dry earth turning into a thick red mud. You continue to walk, but with every step, the mud gets thicker, deeper, and your feet sink in. The mud begins to stick to your shoes, your ankles, and your feet become very heavy, caked with this red, wet earth. But you continue to trudge along. With each step along the muddy path, you can feel the mud pulling you down, rooting you deeper into the earth, grounding you. Your steps are challenged by the weight clinging to your feet, but you continue on, not fighting against the mud, but recognizing that it's forcing you to slow down, to take a moment, to be in nature, to look around, and it's making you very aware of your own connection to this place, your own connection to the earth. Behind you, you see the imprint of each step. Each footprint clearly defined, evidence of your journey and the progress you've made, showing just how far you've come. You can feel the ground beneath you begin to harden, and after a few more steps, you're on solid ground once again. The red remnants of your journey are still caked to your feet, but you continue to follow the winding path that guides you deeper into this landscape. You come upon an opening, a secluded clearing. A ring of trees circles protectively around a glistening pool of crystal blue water. Surrounding it, a sea of orange flowers, bright and vibrant. You look up and realize that even the branches above are sprouting orange buds. You decide to wash your feet. And sitting on the edge of the pool, you allow your feet to dangle into the clear water. And as you do, the water eddies, coming to life around your ankles and cleaning the red dirt off of your feet. The water roils and turns as it washes everything away. And the mud disappears in the cool blue, leaving the water unchanged and unsullied. This space is also a representation of the wellspring of your creativity. What is it that you want to create? Bring to life a business or a creative project? It is from the depth of the water that your spark of creativity rises to the surface and makes itself known. The water swirls and effortlessly continues to remove every trace of red. For water by nature is fluid, determined, and unhurried. Feeling refreshed, you pull your feet from the water, and they dry instantly. On the opposite side of the clearing, you realize the path continues and disappears into the thick trees. You follow it once again, continuing on your journey. The sun begins to set, the moon begins to rise, round and luminous overhead, bathing the landscape in a cool blue light. Up ahead, you see a glimpse of firelight through the thick trees. You make your way towards it to find a large fire burning in a stone pit. The flames of yellow, orange, and red leap and dance. A fallen log is perfectly situated, and you take a seat. You stare into the flames of the bonfire, and you feel the same fire rise up in your belly, igniting your power, your sense of purpose. You've seen what it is you want to create in the crystal blue waters. Now, what is something that you must release, move through, or get rid of in order to attain your desire? What is standing in your way? Is it one of these emotions, fear, or resistance? Offer whatever is holding you back to the fire. This is also the fire of action and confidence. What is one thing that you can do, one step that you can take to move forward towards your goal, towards your creative desire? You notice in the ashes of the fire a small velvet bag. A gift in return for your offering. You remove the velvet bag with ease, but you don't look inside, not yet. You accept the gift from the fire and take it with you as you move away and continue down the path. The moon sets and the sun begins to rise. The golden orb peeking over the horizon, coloring the sky with brilliant shades of pink. The landscape around you becomes vibrant, and the emerald leaves shimmering with morning dew. Nestled in the thick flora is a beautiful gazebo. Flowers of all colors grow around it. The place is alive with the movement of animals and birds. And you step into the gazebo feeling so at home, so peaceful. This place is your sacred sanctuary, buried deep in the landscape of your heart. A breeze moves through the gazebo, and there's a sweetness on the air. Take a moment just to be in this nurturing and loving space. You remember the gift that the fire gave you, and you open the velvet pouch and pour its contents into your hand. A single seed tumbles out into your palm. You know instantly what to do with it, and exiting the gazebo, you find the perfect plot of land and plant this seed deep in the soil of your heart. Here it will be loved, tended, and cared for. And the action given to you by the fire comes now in the form of a gentle rain, nourishing the growing plant. And before your eyes, the seed begins to sprout and blossom. You pluck one of the petals or one of the leaves from this new plant, and take it with you as you leave the gazebo behind and exit the landscape of your heart, continuing on your journey. You haven't gotten far before you step out onto the expanse of a grassy cliff top. The sun is now directly overhead, but there is still a chill in the air. You're no longer sheltered by the dense trees. The wind now whips around you. You pull your cloak tighter against the rush of cold air as you step to the cliff's edge. The wind howls in your ears, and you feel it in the back of your throat. You hold the petal or leaf and place a wish upon it, telling it what you want it to become. What is the intention you have for this creative desire? Be clear and don't hold back. There are no boundaries or limitations to what you can achieve. Once you have expressed exactly what you want to birth into life, you offer the petal or leaf, this piece of your heart, from the depth of your creativity, intention of your action, and you offer it to the wind. And the wind swoops it up, and you watch as it bounces and twists, and the breeze carries it out over the endless blue water. The wind dies down, disappearing entirely. Day is once again descending into night, and you lay on the grassy clifftop and gaze up at the stars, watching as one by one they pop out of the deep indigo sky, creating patterns and constellations. A shooting star crosses your vision, and you know that that was confirmation that your offering to the wind has been received. projected on the night sky like a movie, you begin to see visions of the future, images of what is to come, what the manifestation of this desire looks like. One star descends from the sky and hovers over the top of your head. The crown of your head opens like a blossoming flower to receive the wisdom that this bright star has for you. A stream of white light comes from the star and pours into the crown of your head, downloading you with all the knowledge that you need in order to make this a reality in your life. Once you have received all the understanding and awareness that is necessary at this time, you sit up. The cliff is gone and you find yourself back at the beginning, the place from where you started this journey. You have come full circle. You remove your protective cloak and return it to the branch of the tree where you found it. Turning your back on the path, you walk in the opposite direction, making your way all the way back to this room, to this space, drawing your awareness to your breath and to your body, and bringing yourself all the way back